Hello, welcome back to my channel if you're returning. If you're a new viewer, regular welcome. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. You know, I'm trying to get that monetization. So if you dig my vibe, please subscribe. And if this resonates with you, definitely let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video. We are on Pisces, okay? And let's see what we got here. All right, so I see here this person, Pisces. I don't know. I feel like this is also saying like they might feel a little down since the connection ended, but I don't know. I almost feel like they might have been somebody who had just a heavy personality. You know, I kind of get the vibe. It was something dark about them. This person that you're thinking about, I feel like you might have sensed something about them like under the surface, but not necessarily that they were always sad, but it's almost like you've sensed something unhealed in this person. Yeah, and they just might have been really pessimistic. Like they just might have had a really negative mindset. Whoever this person is. And yeah. And they gave a lot of mixed signals, but it's because it was something unfree about their emotional expression. Yeah, and I feel like maybe that's what the heaviness that I'm getting from this initial, like heavy emotional, just weight. It's because this person is bottling up their emotions and it makes them heavy. That's who this person is. It was something about their aura. Okay. Yeah. But honestly, I mean, I get that they had to leave this connection. So they might have disappeared on you. I feel like they might not have given you any closure. But I feel like it was because they were intimidated by you, Pisces. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's because you were prioritizing yourself and they wanted you to be more thirsty. Like they wanted you to chase after them. Yeah, I kind of get the vibe. That's what this is. It's like heavy, negative, like depressive, bottled up emotions energy here. This person wanted you to be the type to chase after them and asking them, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" You know, them type of people. That's the vibe I get about this person. And the fact that you did not do that, or the fact that you might have stopped doing that, that was intimidating for them. That's why they had to leave. Okay. And I feel like they might not have given you closure. Yeah. That's what I'm getting here about this person. All right. What else you got for me, Holy Spirit? What else you got for me, Holy Spirit? Mm, mm, mm. All right. Now let's see. Let's check some tarot. Okay, how do we go from this heavy emotion to this other part here, Holy Spirit? Okay, let's see what we got here. That's hilarious. Honestly, I mean, I get a vibe that this person, they have like some internal like resistance, you know what I mean? But it's like in a self-pity type of way, you know? And I get a lot here about this person and something within them shifted, Pisces. Yeah, honestly, yeah. See, because this is about them wanting to have a reunion with you, okay? That's what this is about, because I think they see Pisces literally, because we've got the Empress here. They see your nurturing personality, like your divine feminine energy. If you're a woman, if you're a man, it's just, you really are a caregiver. You know what I mean? You know how to give love. Um, it's like this abundance that they see with you, and I think that's why, they're wanting to reconnect, right? But it comes after resisting for so long. I think they just couldn't fight against themselves. Okay, because like I said, it's like they only left because they felt like they didn't have the power. That's what I get here. Yeah. And I get, see, under the surface, they really do want a relationship with you, but they know they would have to open up. They would have to be emotionally available. All right. But then this also kind of gives me the energy that they do want to come forward, because, see, I have this hangout here, because it's like, I almost feel like that's how they feel is their way to overcome the misunderstanding. See, that's what I get here. I think they want to open up a pathway to a relationship with you, but I also feel like they want to open up and talk about the misunderstandings. And they might do that by trying to plan something to hang out with you in a way, or some activity. And then I have this engagement card here, which to me is just the same thing as this relationship. That's what they want. They want to have some sort of a commitment with you. Okay, what else you got for me, Holy Spirit? What else you got for me, Holy Spirit, please? And to be honest, I get the vibe this person, the way they were able to overcome this intimidation that they felt from you, is, I mean, they just probably thought it logically did not make any sense. They probably had a moment where they sit there and, weighed the pros and cons of the relationship, and they probably said to themselves, this actually makes no sense for me to have left this situation. Pisces is where the abundance is. I need to get back to Pisces. Yeah, because they have unfinished business with you. Yeah, for sure. All right, now let's see. What's this person's current emotions? Please, Holy Spirit, towards Pisces. I was in love with a Virgo, the same sign as me. Knows how to show me love, 'cause I've been hurt by a Pisces. Rewind. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's see, Holy Spirit. What's this person's current emotions towards Pisces, please? Okay. Mm, mm. First of all, they do not want you to move on. Okay. Jealous. Jealous. All right. They don't want you to be with anybody else. Okay. They said, I'm the only person that can be with Pisces. Anybody else, I can't stand to see that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting from this right here. Yeah, and because this person is controlling, you can't make this stuff up. They literally want to control who has access to you. That was a part of this little heavier, darker energy in the beginning of the spread as well. It literally came out right above that. The way this person just has this heavy, heavy, like, emotional weight with all of this stuff here. There's mixed signals and negativity and just this heaviness. It's because this person, I think it's because they always really liked you. They always really liked you. They was just intimidated by you, Pisces, and they wanted to control everything. Yeah. But that's how they feel now too. They still want to control, you know, who has access to you. Because again, they feel like y'all have unfinished business. Yeah, that's why they're jealous. Because it's like they spent all that time trying to turn you into the thirsty one. And they should have just showed up in the relationship emotionally. Okay? And then here we go, liking. They really do like you, Pisces. They really do like you. That's what I'm saying. That's why they really do want this relationshipy engagement type energy here. Okay? Yeah, and then this person, they're so freaking nervous. This person, Pisces, they are nervous. Okay? It's like, I kind of get the vibe. It's like they want this, they want to get back on the same page quickly, right? But they're like afraid that you might ignore them because of how they ignored you and how they disappeared because they were cracking under that pressure of you prioritizing yourself rather than chasing after them, trying to figure out stuff that they were not saying. I get this person is somebody who doesn't say what they feel. And this is what's caused all of this problems here. That's what's coming out. All right, let's see. Any messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Any messages for Pisces? Okay. Any messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Dang. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Any messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Okay. Well, yeah. That's what I say. They want to be different for you. This person does want to be different for you. Okay. And then let me tell you how it says the passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. That's what I'm saying. That's why they're over here nervous and jealous. Okay. They don't know how to handle their feelings for you, but that's why they ran away in the first place. Okay. Because they liked you so much. That's why I'm telling you, they felt like you had all the power, but they wanted to have all the power. Okay. That's why they're controlling. And it was like you having all the power overwhelmed them. This is like so crazy. But you weren't even doing anything. You were just not chasing after them, not falling for emotional manipulation games. It's like, huh? You wasn't even doing nothing, Pisces. But this person is crazy. They're going crazy about it. I almost feel like they probably thought if they had left that you would have chased them. Because the games, the emotional games, was not working in the connection. So they left because it was too much pressure, but also they left because they wanted you to chase them. That was like their last ditch effort to try to get you, literally, you can't make this stuff up, to collapse, okay? To come forward, to sacrifice your own ego, your own self-worth. Absolutely no, Pisces, okay? All right, what's this person's next actions toward Pisces, please, Holy Spirit? What's this person's next actions, please? Towards Pisces. Okay, well, they got a sense of urgency, all right? They definitely going to come forward, all right? Quickly. That's what I get, for sure. But something is still going to be confusing about it. Or something is not going to be as it seems. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be something that is misleading and hidden about them coming forward. What? Give me some clarity on that, please, Holy Spirit. What is that in regards to? Honestly, this is what I'm saying. Okay, this came out before I really even started shuffling all the way. King of Cups in reverse. Okay, and then when I started shuffling, I literally got Queen of Swords. All right. So to me, this is already saying, you know, this person, it's like they're going to act like that they have like changed in a way when they come forward, but they're still in this place where they want to play these emotional power games. That's what I'm getting. And it's this moodiness and this passive aggression. It kind of reminds me of this energy here that came out. This person might have just been really barky. Like one day they're really good, and then suddenly another day they are like moody and weird. And I feel like you probably like, what the heck is wrong with you sometimes? You know what I mean, Pisces? That's the vibe I really get from this person. Like you would just be chilling and suddenly they're just acting out. So like I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, it's I still get like they're going to come forward. Yeah, like they're being honest, like they've gained some sort of clarity. But I don't trust it. With the energy that I'm getting here, I don't trust it. I still feel like this person is volatile emotionally, and they have toxic patterns on how they resolve things or how they try to navigate their emotions. They're just passive aggressive. They're very indirect. Indirect. It's just like, hey, if this person really wanted more attention from you, they could have just said that, Pisces, instead of playing these games. Because all of these games, they wanted more attention from you. That's why I say they wanted you to be thirsty. Okay, they wanted you to put them above yourself. Okay, they wanted you to chase after them and figure out what's wrong, and ask them if they're okay and just give them attention. Yeah, but it's like I still get that same thing here where it's like, they know that you are a good thing. That's why they came to this logical conclusion that you're the right choice and that y'all have unfinished business. And I almost feel like they left you in limbo, hoping that you wouldn't go anywhere else anyway. It's almost like they wanted to have you emotionally stuck so they could put you on the shelf, or put you on a tab, like bookmark you for later. So when they want to come back to the book, they just take the tab out and pick right back up where they left off. You know what I'm saying? Or put you on the shelf until they come back and get whatever they need off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's see. What's the energy around the outcome of this situation, please, Holy Spirit? What's the energy around the outcome, please? I don't know. I kind of feel like there'll be a new path for you, Pisces. That's what I get here. There'll be a new path for you. Um, because I kind of get the vibe that, I feel like after this person left, you really started working on yourself. And I feel like you started, rebuilding yourself. And it's like you have averted a crisis. I think you've realized that you dodged a bullet, essentially. And I think you're going to be moving on to bigger and better things, and new opportunities are going to open up for you. Yeah, and I get here that you just need to, trust in the balance of the universe and the scales, okay? Because, it's like fairness will be restored in the situation, equality will be restored in the situation, justice will be had, okay? And let's see, what's the justice for this person? Holy Spirit, please. Let me get one card. And then that popped out before I even shuffled, so I'll keep it. All right, and then what about Pisces? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. This absolutely makes so much sense. Okay. This person is going to see, they're never, this is their karma right here. They're going to cling to control. They're not going to change, right? And they're going to continue to be harsh and judgmental on themselves and seeking perfection. You know what I mean? Having unrealistic expectations. And I almost get they're going to have this for other people as well. Yeah, they're going to have a harsh inner critic, but I think by avoiding themselves, they're going to project it outward and start critiquing others. It's the same as this controlling, jealous energy here to me. This person is still going to behave just like this. And they're going to try to tear other people down because they feel torn down inside already. They feel inferior. They got major insecurities. That's what all of this really is about. Okay. And literally, see your karma here, not collective, I mean Pisces collective, okay? Yeah. You literally are reclaiming your power and overcoming dependencies, okay? This is like liberation, breaking free, all right? And it's also you're going to be able to release your fear and follow your instincts and trust in divine timing because again, you will have a new start. That's what I'm saying. You will have a new opportunity. Something positive will come forward. You will leave these toxic patterns behind, this toxic person behind. Yeah, that's your karma. All right. Well, that's all I got for you. So if this resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on all of my posts. And if this does not apply, let it fly because everything is not for everybody. So thank you for watching.